Hi, my name's Sue. I'm the course leader and the teacher of the graphic communication course here at Huddersfield New College. So welcome today. I'm going to show you a number of graphic techniques in the Swiss punk type style. Okay, so we've got some examples here for artists, Martin Venensky, and the artist here, David Carson. Okay, so we're going to start this task with some text that I've printed already. Okay, so I've just used a sans serif Helvetica font. Okay, and I've just sliced this up and I'm going to distress the text to create a new composition. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the text, okay, I'm going to distress it by literally just screwing this up into a ball, okay, creating lots of creases within the paper. I've got myself some graphite powder here, and I'm actually just going to put my fingers in the graphite and I'm just going to rub into that crinkled paper on here. So the graphite powder is just like the lead in a pencil. Okay, so it's just giving this effect, and you see that's all getting all crinkly and nice there. I'm then going to tear the text here and I'm going to recompose it onto a page. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my glue stick. I'm just going to glue this, and again I'm going to paste this onto the paper. Okay, so the Swiss punk technique is all about distressing the text and actually moving away from the normal conventions of how you'd create type and typographical layouts. Okay, the next piece I'm going to do will be using the roller and the black ink. So again, I've got some ink here. And I'm going to take my text, and this time I'm going to fold the text into sort of more of concertinaed kind of style. And when I roller the ink over this, it will leave sort of blank areas on the text. Okay, so I've just got that concertina there. So this is just printing ink and the roller, and I might just roll off some of the excess ink there onto the newspaper. And again, I'm just creating this nice distressed style on the lettering, okay, that I can then attach onto the paper. Okay, another technique I've got as well is I've got the Black Busho ink inside this spray pump here. Again, I can take some of this text here. I might stick this to my grounds first of all. I'm going to slice up the lettering to recreate these letter forms. Might even turn some upside down. So we're being really abstract, really anarchic with this text. So it doesn't matter if it's overlaid and it's in a different position. And we're just really being experimental with type and layout and trying to push the boundaries and the conventions of more normal type. Okay, and I will spray this composition. Woo. And actually I really quite like that one, that's quite exciting. I could even let those drips, if I sort of get them to drip down the canvas too. Okay. So all of these techniques and all of these samples can then later be manipulated on Photoshop to create a different outcome. So they start off, hang on, just as these black and white images. These can be scanned into Photoshop, which I'll show you shortly, and edited into something else that will create a really nice, strong graphic outcome that relates nicely to the Swiss type techniques. Okay, so these are the samples that I've created, or some that I've made earlier. What I'm going to do now, or what I have done, is I've scanned these in, uploaded these onto Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so I'm just going to use my rectangular selection tool here, and I'm going to select one of these samples. So I'm going to take this example here first of all. So the first experiment I'm going to try is by copying this area here, and I'm actually going to overlay this on top of a photograph that I've taken already. So I've copied, pressing Command and C, I'm going to press Command and V, and I'm going to paste this on the page. I'm then going to press Command and T, and I'm just going to resize this over the entire image. Okay, this is where the fun happens. I'm just going to pop over to the layers, so your layer palette's here over on the right hand side, and I'm on here, that's layer 1, and that's my typographical layer I've added. So I'm just going to try all these layer masks and see what happens. So you can just click through and see all the different effects that you can achieve by layering type and image together, which are quite exciting. I like that image there. Again, I can press Command and V again, and I can repaste the example. Command and T, select it. Oh, sorry, Command and T, select it and enlarge it. You can distort it as well. I don't see why that would be an issue. Again, I might recompose this in a different area. So we're making this text really abstract, and I'm going to try a different technique there. So I'm just going to tick at the top, and I'm going to use a different layer blend on that particular layer. So you can see you are creating something new with this type and image. I'm then going to go back to my scan. I'm going to try a different method of applying type and image together. I'm going to select here. I'm going to take this one over on the left. Again, I'm going to select over with the rectangular marquee tool. This time I'm going to make this into a digital brush. So I'm going to go edit at the top. I'm going to define brush presets. So sorry, edit, define brush presets. It always disappears on me. There we go. I've got sample brush 4. I'm going to click OK. And this time I'm just going to put type completely by itself. So I'm going to go File, create a new page, print size A4, and click Create. And you can see I've got my digital brush there. So I'm using black ink or a black stamp, and I'm going to create this digital print. So with the square brackets, you can change the sizes and the scales of that, and again you can put imagery over imagery. I can add new layers here. I can paste that again and stamp a few more, and then play around with some of those layer masks as well, so you're getting, you know, new effects each time, okay, and making these brand new compositions. So I like this composition here. Oh, my mouse is stuck. I'm going to file. I'm just going to save this on my desktop for a second. So save on my computer, just going to pop this on my desktop. An untitled file there, that's okay. And I'm just going to show you how these outcomes can then be created into something. So I've made like a little zine already, and I've put these images onto Adobe InDesign, and I've got that open. And I'm just going to add that to my final page for my zine here. So I'm going to select on here, Command D to place the image. I'm going to find my desktop, and I'm going to add my new image to the page, oops, on Adobe InDesign. So that's popped on there now. So thank you. That was a little taster to show you the kind of things that we do on the graphic communication course. We work by hand, we manipulate media, we draw, we take photographs. We also work on Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and we hope that we equip you with the skills to move on with your creative career. So yeah, thank you for watching.